So these three are the coding questions asked in the first coding round of Tejas networks. So first question was, let's read the problem statement of first question. It's clearly a physics-based, normal physics-based formula question. Just we need to have the basic knowledge of physics, or the formula is only given. We just need to deduce how the relationship works, and we need to calculate here. And F1, F2 denotes the force applied by first person and second person respectively, and D1 and D2 denotes the displacement applied by for first person and second person respectively. So we can calculate the work done by first person, work done by second person, and reduce minus it from the complete total overall work, and the subtraction will be the result. And the assumption is here that the overall work is always greater than the resultant work. It is all, you can see here, it is given the work is always greater than the multiplication of force into displacement. So and also one is there that the resultant obtained is always will be in the range of integer value. So let's work to see the test cases. The net work is given, the final work is given 50, and force 1 is given F1 5, and displacement is 2, force 2 is 7, and displacement is 3. So resultant as a net work done is 50 minus force into displacement of their work and force and displacement applied by first person plus the force and displacement applied by second person. So 5 into 10 plus 7 into 321. The answer is 50 minus 31. Answer is 19. Okay, same goes here. 50 plus 6, 50 into 6, and 10 into 4, and we'll add that and subtract it from 155, and the resultant will be the answer. So let's implement this function. This was very basic question. And yes, here I'm coding it in Eclipse. That's why I need to uh, here I need to write the main method and all. But as you will be putting in the console that they will be providing, you only need to write the method that I am writing here, the code written below the method here. So let's calculate the work done by first person. So the work one is clearly states question, the force 1 into displacement 1, force 1 into displacement 1, and the work done by second person is W2 is F1 into D1, work 2 is F2 into D2. So the work done by first person, work done by second person, we have obtained it. We'll subtract it from the net work done. So net work done. So net work equals to the overall work is WORK minus work done by first person, that is W1 plus W2. This was a basic question. If you will see the test cases also, you will understand how code works, and the explanation is given in the question. It was very well understood from the explanation that how it will work. So just this 4 line of code. Let's see in the main method that our code runs for the given test cases or not. So we will call this for this method work left. So we'll pass the respective test case, respective data like 50. It is clearly given 50, comma 5, comma 2, comma 7, comma 3. So answers, it should generate the answer 19. So let's check it. It is generating the answer 19. Okay, so this code is correct. Now we'll see for the second test cases. It is 155, 155, 15, 15, 6, 10, and 4. 10 and 4. It should generate what? It should generate 25 as a result. Yeah, it is generating. So the code is correct, and this code has passed all the test cases. I'm zooming it if you want to see the code. Okay, you can see it. Now I'm moving to the second question. Question 2. Question 2 clearly states that we have here we have two truck A and truck B. The coordinates of truck A is x coordinate is ax, and the bx coordinate is ay. Ay of A truck, and the same goes with truck B. The x coordinate is bx, and for y by as input, and the location of office is at 0, 0 origin, and we need to calculate that which distance from the office is nearest for which truck. Okay, truck A is nearer to origin or the office, or truck B is nearer to office. So that we need to calculate, and there is two assumptions are given or two notes are given. No need to calculate the square root of distance between them. Just this formula will also work. So it is also given that clearly hint is given that only you need to calculate this formula by putting the value into of ax and ay into this, and if the trucks are of equal distance you need to return either of any distances. Okay, so let's code for the method they have asked. Let's copy it again. You do and there you don't have to write the question, you don't have to write the main method and all, you just need to write this method. Okay, see, so let's calculate the value. So int first, let's calculate the first distance in d1. So we can calculate d1 as we can see here, x square into y square. So we will calculate it ax into ax into ax plus b ay plus ay into ay. So we'll get the distance of d1, we'll get the distance of in d2. We can, how we can calculate d2, like x square is given, so px is the distance coordinate of second truck, so bx into bx plus by. Just I am putting the variable name in comparison with the formula I was stating above. Just you can see it's just a basic question of common sense. If you will apply, you will get this, and you will see that disclosure. Now we have to return the minimum of the square distance, that which truck is nearer to the destination. So we can write here int our result is equals to math dot min. You can also apply here if else condition if you want, but for not writing a longer code, I am doing this d1 and d1 code, so the video becomes no longer. That's why I'm writing this short code. Now I will return this result. I, you have understood what is, I I think you will have understood what is the, as it was one of the basic question. Return result, RETURN. Okay, RETURN result. Okay, let's see it passes all the test case or not. We'll call this method for the data distance, 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 and we'll part 12 comma 5 comma 12 comma 9. It should generate the answer as we can see 169. What is it generating? Let's see, 169. Okay, what it is doing, it is passing here, it is calculating here 12 into 12 plus 5 into 5. So 12 into 12 is 144 plus 5 into 5 is 25. So 144 plus 25 is gives 169. So it is 169 is stored in D1. Next question is 12 into 12 is what? 12 into 12 is 144, but 9 into 9 is what? 81. So 144 plus 81 gives, I think, 255. 225, sorry. So we then, and 225 is stored in D2. It calculates the result of math.minimum of 169 and 225. It, and the value is stored in result. Okay, so let's check this also for the second test cases. Then we will generate a random test cases for us so that we can see that it also works for the given node, that if both the distances are equal, it should generate any one of the result. So we'll check for that, that our code works correctly for that code or not. Answer should be, for this test case, answer should be 25. So let's check it. Yeah, correct. This code has also successfully passed all the test cases in examination. Now let's check it for any random test case that gives equal output. Okay, 6666. So D1 is also 36, D2 is also 36. So it is giving that any one return square of any dist either of the truck. I so let's see, it generates with which of 72. 66 and result of, okay, let's run it again. I don't know why it is given 60. Okay, 6 into 6 is 36 plus 36. Okay, yeah, 72. Exactly. 6 into 6 is 36 plus 36, 72. D1 also stores 72, D2 also scores 72, and the result can be any of the values. So the answer is 72. It all successfully worked for this test case also. Okay, now again I'm zooming it. If you want to copy this, if you want to see this code, you can see. Okay, let's join. Yeah, see this code. Okay, let's move to question number three. Question number three was one of the standard question. It was related to linked list, one of the question of linked list. So you will see here in the question, I have created three methods linked list in which I've created the linked list method and a node class and a main method. So in order to explain this question, I have created this all method so that my linked list and all get created. But in the console that you will get in the question, you don't have to create this all. You just need to write the methods. Here you have been given a simply linked list with head of the node points to the first element of the linked list, and you need to calculate the sum of the digits and generate the new linked list with their sum. Like you can see here, there here is two catches also given that the two linked lists are of same size and the single digit should only be present at the data position of that each node. So okay, so let's see here. The question is 243. First single linked list is 243. Second linked list is 564. Okay, and you will see the second. So addition of 4 plus 3 is 7, and addition of 6 plus 4 is 10. So one is carry. 5 plus 2 7. 8 8. One got passed there, and the answer is this. Okay, so it was very simple question. Now if you will see here in the next question, what about if there is one extra carry? The question gets trickier here. You will see 7 4 11 1 and 6 2 8 1 is 9 and 8 5 13. 13 is not stored at same location. It's what I've said, only single digit can be present at the each data location. Okay, so I will be following a very simple method. You will see this type of question a lot of places like GFG and all, but I won't use such tricks. I would just do iteration for first linked list, iteration for second linked list. I will iterate for second linked list. I will iterate for first linked list, generate the number. I will iterate for second linked list, generate the number. I will add that number like normal addition, and then I will pass the added value and create a single linked list, and we will represent this result. Okay, if you will do it with iteration, it will become more tougher. Question will become more difficult. Okay, I will follow the basic approach to solve this question. So I will be creating a digit method. Okay, but that will return the digits of the linked list. Okay, let's create a method. It is static in digits. In digits, return type will be what? The number that the linked list has been, the datas of all linked lists that it contains. Okay, so let's name it as node. Okay, and then node. Now, okay, return type is int type. Exactly. So let's do this. Now I will create a variable in dig that will store the digits of the linked list passed. So let's focus to it. I will create a temp variable that will store the head of node, that is node, and will iterate it throughout the until the linked list not gets over. Okay, until temp is not equals to null, we will do what? We'll add that number or data to our dig variable. So temp.data. Okay. Now we'll increase temp equals to temp dot next. So this is was the iteration for extracting the digits or forming a digit. This was basic iteration and will return the digit. RETURNDIG. Okay, I will show you that what this code generates. This is a method. Okay, now you'll see what I will do. I will call this method digit method in the main, just in order to display you what happened found. So let's do int num1. That is, it will, as its return type is num1. So I will call the method digits for what? Linked list 1, linked list 1 dot head. I will pass the head of first linked list. I will pass the head of second linked list for the second data to be generated. digits digits ll2 dot head. Okay, ll2 dot head. Now you will see here what the number will be, this linked list data will be stored in the form of basic number here. Like if you want to see this, let's print the value of num1 and num2. It's for you. I will show you so that you can understand more but in a better way. So let's see. Let's run the loop. Entering the data for first linked list. So first linked list here is 2, 4, 3. Okay. So let's 2, 4, and 3. Control Z. Control Z. Okay. So 2. Yes, I need to next date enter yes 2, 4. Yes, 3. No, I don't want to enter more data. So enter the data for second linked list. It is 5, 6, and 4. 5. Yes, 6. Yes, 4. Yes, no. So answer is what? Yeah, see, and the 243 is formed in the form of number and 564 is number. And I have stored this in the form of variable. Now I will do what? I will create a normal variable. Control Z. I will create a variable that will store the sum of these two. And then I will create the linked list from the for each digit of that sum. Okay, it was very basic approach that I followed. I know there is some problem with this approach. I will deal with it later. I'll explain you what are the problems and how these questions can be made more complex. So you know more complex to you. So I have stored this in the form of variable. Now, if I will store the I will display the sum. My sum variable will store the sum of 2, 4, 3, and 5, 6, 4. That is 4 plus 3, 7. 6 plus 4, 10, 0. 5 plus 2, 8, 0. 8, 0, 7. It will store. Okay. Now I need to create the linked list. I need to create the linked list from the data given and I need to display it. So I will pass my sum variable. Okay. So I will create, first of all, I will call it create method, create linked list. I will create a method, create linked list that will return a node type. Node type is what it will be, return the head of the linked list. Okay, static node linked list, and it I will pass what? I will pass the variable in dig. Dig is, here is the sum variable, that the sum variable that we are using, sum variable. So let's create the variable in, let's name it as value. I will be passing the sum of the two numbers that I've generated from the two respective linked lists. So let's create a linked list. Static node create ll int value. Okay, yeah, correct. Parameter is correct. Node head is equals to null. I have created a dummy variable head that points to null. I am extracting the last digit. As you know, the extractions begins from left hand side, from right hand side. So I will extract the right hand side, that I will extract here is 3. This is the sum of sum, whatever will be the sum, and their digits from the right hand side. Okay. So in dig is equals to value mod 10 and again value equals to value by 10. I am extracting each digit and reducing the number by each digit. Okay. So this was a basic code. I know you have understood this. Node p equals to new node. I am creating the new node that, and I will put the data p dot data. P dot data is uh, p dot data is dig. I have extracted the digit in dig. Okay, and then p dot next is null. P next is null. I've created a node extracted. I've created a node. As you can see, that node method consists of data and next. So node data has been assigned with the digit and next is assigned to null. Okay. Now we'll make this as it is the first node. We'll create the head of the new linked list. Okay. So head is p. Now I will create a loop while value is greater than 0. For more value, this was the for first digit, for the first rightmost digit. And if more digits are there, for that we are writing this code. We are writing dig, same code, dig. Let's copy this. No, let's write dig is equals to value not 10. Okay, and we'll extract the digit and reduce it by one digit. Okay, value equals to value by 10. Okay, now so let's function here. We'll create a new variable, node q equals to new node from the for the digit that we have extracted now. Q dot data will store the data whatever we extracted, that is gig. Q dot data is dig. Q dot next is null. Q dot next is null. Okay, so we'll create the next is null, and p dot next is q. We'll make the p dot next means previous variable next is q, so the linked list is all about links. So we are creating the previous, joining the previous node link to this q. So the head node is connected to the next digit, because we need to display it also on the form of links, or we have to return a link. So we need to create, have the links in the links or interconnection with each other. Okay, so return head, you can see we will return head. Return type is head, so it returns the head. Okay, so return head is here. We have done. Now let's what we did to do. So we can now what we do, we can in the main method you can call the method for this node head is equals to we have created a method create linked list, and we pass the sum variable to it. So create linked list and pass the sum variable. Sum variable is this. So you'll find just now I have written the code to create the linked list. So let's visualize the linked list that it is correct or not. So we'll create a method that will print the linked list. Okay, that either our linked list is correct or not. Okay, so let's create a method as fast as possible. Value static void print. Okay, let's name it print linked list, and we'll pass the node head variable to it, or the root of the linked list, head variable of the linked list. So now we'll create a temp variable so that our head doesn't got lost. Temp equals to head. Now we'll iterate the entire loop on this temp. Temp is not equals to null. Temp equals to temp. I will print it. Okay, we'll print it. So we'll print it system.out.print temp.data. Okay, so let's so okay. We have stored the temp.data, and we'll increase the temp equals to temp.next. Temp.next. This question was very lengthy, so they have given 45 two easy questions for first and second question. Okay, so this to print the linked list. Now you can see, if you will run this, you will see what you haven't expected. Okay, I will run this code to show you something like 2, yes, 4, yes, 3, no. I have inputted the first linked list. Now I'm entering the second linked list. Second linked list is 5, yes, 6, yes, 4, 4, no. Okay, you will see. Okay, the linked list form I haven't written here print linked list. I need to call the printing list method in order to print it. Name is print ll, and we need to pass the head of the node. Head of the node. So I have passed the head of the node. Okay, so let's run this again to show you some magic or whatever result you haven't expected. Yes, 4, yes, 3, 2, 4, 3, yes, no. So enter the data of second linked list, that is 5, yes, 6, yes, 4, no. Okay, see what happened. Answer should be 807, but what it did, that I always said that extraction of digits began from right hand side. So it did the same thing. The addition was formed correctly, as I have shown you previously. Addition was correct, but when this create method was called, then value mod 10 was obtained. 807. The result was 807, but the extraction will be first digit from the right hand side. Extraction was first digit was 7. Created, it made the 7 as head, and so on. It get go on joining the links of first node with next and so on. Similarly, you have understood. This is what is happening here. Is happening here. So in order to, you can see a simple logic. If in order to prevent this from happening, we just if what we will reverse our linked list, so our work will be easier. Our work will be easier. What that is the result we want. So just you write a simple code for reversing the linked list. Your work is done. So let's write the code for reversing the linked list, and our code, whatever result we want, will get whatever result we will want. So let's create a very static node reverse, and we'll pass the head. We pass the head. So let's don't do write the reverse method. So node previous is equals to null. Node current equals to head. See, linked list is all about visualization. If you will visualize things, you will get how that whatever code I have written is purely logical. If you will think about this, you will get each and every point so nicely that you will never forget. You don't need to memorize it. It's all about logics. Your current, I need to write current, CFFENT, current is not equals to null. Oh, until current is not equals to null, we need to run this code. Current is not equals to 1. Next is equals to next dot current. We are pointing to making the current to next element. Next to current. Current's next element. Next dot current dot next. Sorry, that's not getting. Current dot next. Okay. Now I need to write current next is. See, this is very basic code of reversing. I think if you are solving this question, you must be knowing, having the idea of linked list and this code, basic code of reversing, iteration, and all. If you have this much knowledge, you will get this question very nicely. And yeah, I am clearly saying that this question can be made more complex, very, very complex. I will state you in the last that how you can make this question very, very complex in the they can make this question very complex in the interview by adding only few changes in the test cases. Current is next. Okay, so this is the code of, yes, previous is made current, current is made next, and head is what? Head is previous, and will return type is return head. Return head. Just this method is done for reversing, so that this 807 is not printed, 708 is not printed, 807 is printed. Now see in the main method what we are doing. We are printing the linked list. Yeah, before printing, if you will call this method, this also will display the same output, but we need to reverse it. So we need to call the reverse method and pass the head variable to it, and then we need to call the create linked list. The linked list will be created, reverse will be method will be calculated. So the links with and the head will point to now 8, and we will get the correct output. So let's check our code runs successfully or not. 2, yes. 4, yes. 3, no, I have not. I have given input in the wrong format. 2, yes, I want to enter more data. 4, yes, I want to input more data. 2, 4, and 3. Yes, no, I don't want to input more data. Okay, no. Now let's for check for, yes, for the second list. We are inputting data for second list. It's clearly in the console. It is showing 5. Yes, yeah, I want to enter 5, 6, Yeah, 5, 6, and 4. 4. No. So, okay, you can see somewhere I made the mistake. Somewhere I made the mistake. Well, let's check the reverse method, right? Because it was running successfully before it. Current dot next equals to previous, previous equals to current, current equals to next, head equals to previous, return head. Okay, clearly the code is correct. Let's see in the main method if I made some mistake. So in the main method, before printing the linked list, I need to call reverse method. Yeah, see, it will, this reverse method is also what? Reverse method is also return. This reverse method has some return type. It is returning the new head. So we need to store it because before printing, we need to have the new head, not the previous head. Okay. So that was a mistake we are creating. So let's run this our code for one again. Once more. 2, 4. Yes. 2, 4. Yes. 3. No. Okay. So let's enter the data of second linked list. That is 5. Yes. I want to enter more. 6. Yes. 5, 6, and 4. 5, 6, and 4. Yeah. No, I don't want it more. Answer should be 8, 0, and 7. Yeah. See, this is what you want. So let's check for second test case. Second test case is 5. First, yes. 6. Yes. 7. No. Let's check for second. 8, 2, and 4. Let's enter 8. Yes. 2. Yes. 4. No. Answer is what? 1391. So you can clearly see that this code is giving the correct output here. So our code is successful. Our code is pass all the test cases. But see, I said you that this question can be made very complex by adding such a modifications. I will now say you what all modifications they can make. Like they can say that what about if the two linked lists are unequal, then if two linked lists are unequal, if the first linked list is or if the second linked list is unequal means I can either the first linked list is greater or second linked list is greater, like this, understood, that the first linked list is greater than second linked list, and you need to make respective changes according to it because 5 can't be added with 2, because 3 need to be added with 4, and 4 added into 4, and 2 is added to be 6, then whatever it carries where it need to be passed to 5. Okay, this can be, and one more modifications can be made. What about if it has more data like 12? 12. Okay, if it will having a digit greater than 10, then this digit function will be extracting each digit. For this also 12 it will run for 2 times, or if it is greater than 10 for 3. So you need to make certain modifications for that code also. So this code it just has two basic assumptions. I said the linked lists are of same size and they are only single digits. Data will only contain a single digit, but this can be made a very complex question or very tricky question by adding certain modifications that I stated, by changing the size of the linked list, by changing the data digits. Not only present single digits, greater than single digits can also be present, and the non-single digits can also be present. Then you need to write the another code for that. That will be a very difficult question. You can see that this code was a big question. That's why they gave 45 minutes to solve 3 questions. So that's all. If you like the video, hit the if you like it and subscribe the channel. That's all. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.